Now let's create our own login form so that we can replace the default login with one of our own. So I'm just going to come over to our solution, expand the forms, right-click on Forms to make a new form. And I'm going to choose to make mine on the example data customers, but I'm going to change the name. It doesn't really matter what table you choose because we're not going to use fields that come from the database. We're simply going to make our own global variables and log in with those. So now I'm going to click Finish. And I'm going to go ahead and resize the form, so we're going to pull up our body section. And I'm going to go ahead and resize it here. Now we'll show our properties. So now we're going to do one thing. We're going to come over here to the Navigator property, double-click, and set it to None so that we don't get that little slider on our login form. And the second thing that I'm going to do is set the style. Now we'll go ahead and place the fields and a button. So we scroll down all the way to the bottom. So we haven't created our global variables yet. So we'll go ahead and do that next. Click Cancel and expand the Globals node. Now we'll right-click Variables and say Create Variable. The first variable is going to be username. Click OK. And now I can just go ahead and type my next global variable, which is going to be called password. Set that to empty. And now when I click Save, Control S, Servoy will automatically create the global for me. Let's go back to our login form. And now when we place the fields, if we scroll down, you'll see both the password and username. So we'll shift-click those, and I'm going to bring them up here. And I'm going to change and put password at the bottom. Now we'll go ahead and add a button. And I'll just click in here and change the name to login. So I'll click on the login button and double click on the on action and create a new form method. We'll call this one button login and click OK. Now we'll click on our login form and right click to open up our method. Now we'll go ahead and hide the properties and we'll create a new line so we can start our code. The function that we want to use is in the security node. I'm going to click on it and scroll to the bottom. It's called login. So I can go ahead and move that code by right-clicking and say Move Code. This shows me the three parameters that I need. One is the name of the person. The second one is the user ID or the password. And the third one is what group we want to log in as. Now I've cheated and I've prepared some code in advance so that you won't have to sit here and watch me type. So this is what we're going to do for our code. We're going to set a new variable to OK, and we're going to take the username and the password, and then we make a new array because we want everybody who's been authenticated to be logged in to the users group regardless of whatever group they were assigned to. Now, of course, you don't have to do this in your own solution. You could instead go ahead and find out what all the groups were that a particular user was and have them log in as that particular group. But for our simple example right now, we're just going to have everybody who's valid log in under the users. And if this variable is not OK, so if it's false, then we're just going to show up a dialog that says login failure. Are you already logged in, or is there another problem? So let's go ahead and save this by using Control S. We'll click on our login form, and we'll save that. And then the final thing that we need to do, we need to tell our solution which form to use for the login. So we're going to click on our solution, show my properties, And here, from the login form, I'm going to double-click and choose our form called Login. That's all there is to it. And then let's see how that looks in the Smart Client. And here's our new login form. So first let's log in as Tom and Tom and click Login. And here we've logged in as a member of the users group. Let's log out and now log in as Bob, who's a member of the admin group. Now remember, because we've hard-coded and said that everyone who's valid is going to log in via the users group, we get the same result. One more thing that I wanted to show you, so let's close this up. On our password field, we can change the type from text field to password so that no one sees the plain text password. So we'll save the form and try it again. Now when we go ahead and type in Bob, and Bob, notice how the password is masked. Now just for grins, we'll go ahead and try it in the web client too and see how that works. So we'll click the Launch the Web Client button. And notice how here we get the same login form. So I'll type in Tom and click Login. And here we get our form. So that's a quick look at how to create your own form and also how to automatically show and hide things using the built-in security graphical user interface. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.